Good morning. Time for the Abundance Challenge. I cannot believe that it is day 14, which means for 2 weeks we have been doing the Abundance Challenge with the secondary oil of Journey On. And that means I have one more week to set this habit of journeying. And remember, I've been doing this for a while now, so I tend to, every 21 days, take a secondary oil and use it. But every day since I started this in January, I have been applying a drop of abundance oil either on my person or into my diffuser and just letting it fill me up. What it's really doing is setting my intention, my focus for the day, a reminder to me to work on what's important in my life. And to me, I knew that I wanted to seek abundance, but I didn't really know what that meant. When I started, I was like, what in the heck is happening? I have grown into the realization that what I wanted was growth. And so I have been growing abundantly over this time period. Just let that, breathe that in for a few minutes. Relax. And then I bring in the secondary oil of Journey On. And I really do feel like I'm on a journey. That each step takes me to a different place where I can grow and morph and work towards who it is I want to be when I grow up, right? Here I am, 54, and I am just starting to step into what I feel is my calling. I love being a life coach. I love spending my days the way that I spend them and doing my practices, if you will, because I think that life is meant to be explored and worked on. So in this particular practice, I have a daily affirmation that runs on my Facebook page, which is Abundance Challenge 2020. And the affirmation for today is about how I use my money to help others. And I do. And that's the cool part, right? Like when I can see these affirmations. So again, I've been doing this for 7 months. When these affirmations come up, they're like revisiting a friend. I have the same ones every 21 days. And every time I look at the photos, I'm like, wow, I really like that concept. And I see how much I've changed over time. And I know that's growth. So there's been some resistance to some of the affirmations where I see them and I'm like, oh, no. Even my relationship with money, to be able to make a statement like, yeah, I use my money to help others. While I have been doing that all of my life, I didn't agree with that statement necessarily. I didn't feel like it was true, even though it is. That's where your mind gets all foggy sometimes when there's reality, and yet you don't see it that way. You see it differently. So I could go into that whole subject for hours, but today we're talking about abundance and we're talking about the posts. And the second thing that I post in this practice is a scripture verse from Monica McLean, who has a book and a video series called 21 Days of Prayer for Your Business. And so I'm using this time to pray for my business, my passion, my purpose, my endeavors, and for yours as well. There was a mix-up yesterday, so I'm not even going to address it. Let's just call it that. No, I have to address it because day 14 in her theme that I had printed out a couple years ago when I did this was Fight for Your Family, which if you've been following me, you know that yesterday that was the graphic that came up. So I think there was a switch up. She changed something. It's not a big deal. But today's scripture, I'm going to switch to it, is actually promise I'm going to find it right away. I had scrolled down to look at some other things. Today's scripture is, you ready? Drum roll. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power and of love and of a sound mind. But of power and of love and of a sound mind. Three things. He's not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So he's given us a spirit of power, a spirit of love, and a spirit of a sound mind. I like that. So, God, I just want to lift up to you my endeavors, my passions, my purpose, and those that are watching. Everybody's different, everybody's unique, everybody has different desires and outcomes for their future. But we know that you can anchor us in all that we're trying to strive for in this life. And because we don't know all about how to do everything the way that we should, path we're supposed to take, the hows, we need to lean on you. We need to lean on you heavily, and have reminders of this from 2 Timothy about fear, because fear can totally keep you from going after your dreams. It's one of the most common ULA blockers for achieving your goals. But when we look at the other things that we do have possession of, we have our own personal power, which is the ability to take action on the ideas that we have. We get a feeling, and we know that we can do something about it. That is a power. And we have this amazing ability to love, to have that connection with another person or an animal or a concept of a whole community. We can love everyone in the world, people we don't even know, because we have a heart that is designed that way. And we have a sound mind. We have an operating system that is designed for greatness. Wow. So God, help us to be grateful as we go through each day, working towards our goals, working to be the best that we can be. Thank you. Amen. All right, my friends, it's always fun to do these with you. I hope you're enjoying them. Drop a comment down below if you have a special prayer request that you would like for me to pray for you about. And until we meet again, just remember, when you love the life you live, that's ULA. Okay? Have a blessed day.